All right, today I am lucky enough to be joined by legendary rapper Mr. Malik from the group Illegal. Malik, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. And you?
Real good, real good.
All right.
So, Malik, I've been doing these YouTube interviews for about 6 months now. When I think about my most probably requested guest, you'd be
Mhm.
at the top of that list. How's that make
All
you
right.
feel?
It's a good look, man. It's a good look. I put in a lot of work, man. A lot of years with this thing, man. So it's a good look. It's a blessing.
Definitely. So, what are you up to?
Well, right now, I started this independent label called ATM All of Math. And I'm doing some stuff right now, solo EP. Um, and I have a song with Tupac and the Outlaws is on YouTube. It's called There You Go. So I'm releasing that and the remix to it. It's me and Pac and doing this EP, and I'm doing a project with Jamal too. So Illegal's gonna be coming back, and
Okay.
yeah, the first thing is Erick
Oh,
Sermon has a compilation called Dynamic Duos. So that's gonna be the introduction to the new Illegal stuff, and then we're gonna take it from there, man. Just do what I
wow.
do. Yeah,
So, Illegal's coming back.
right, exactly. And coming back with E double behind it, and and just doing what we do, man.
Excellent. So, you said you had a song from Tupac or with Tupac. When was that recorded?
It actually was recorded when he was living, man. We did it in Can-Am, Suge Studio out in the Valley, and supposed to be on All Eyes on Me, and for some reason, I guess me with the label stuff still being signed to Harris, there was a little difficulties, but I'm gonna release it myself. It's actually on YouTube right now. It's called There You Go. Just put in Malik and Tupac, and it'll pop up. And so I'm gonna do a remix with just me and him on it, and maybe one of my artists or something like that. And I'm still gonna bring out the version with the Outlaws, and that's what the solo project I'm gonna do, and just let
Okay.
the world hear it, man. Yeah.
How did Illegal form?
Oh, okay. I went to a
Yeah.
concert in South Carolina, Naughty by Nature concert, and I think I was like 12 years old, and nobody wanted to go with me. Everybody was doing their own thing, so I got dropped off there. And I talked these guys into letting me out there. I think they were about to eat or something, so nobody wanted to hear me rapping. And one guy, he said, I need to talk to KG, the DJ from Naughty. It was his cousin. His name was Ben. And I'll never forget, man. He took me to K and I rapped for them. And they flew me to Jersey like a week or two from that night. And I was kind of in line to come out with this Janae and the whole little thing the Divine Mills label K was doing. And my mom and my brother actually got busted for drugs. And I was like, I got to do something. I have to do something. And I couldn't just sit and wait in line. And I went to this Jersey session. Tretch was doing a remix to come and talk to me. And to the back video, and Jamal was with Lisa. They both from Philly. And we just kind of, Kris Kross was so big at the time. He's like, let's just get together. You know what I'm saying? And kind of be like the opposite of them. And
Yeah.
it's just kind of it's just clicked off like that. We actually rehearsing to do the Budweiser tour, the TLC Bobby Brown kind of introduced us on that, and Kevin Wells saw us, one of Dallas' partners. He's like, yo, take him to the studio, and he took us over there. And Dallas was like, yo, I sign y'all, like y'all video be out in 2 weeks, and blah 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 blah. If y'all just ride with me. And because if you remember, Kris Kross kind of dissed ABC, Another Bad Creation, and
On Jump.
Dallas produced right. And Dallas produced them, and they was like really singers. You know what I'm saying? It was like one guy that was rapping a little bit, General Austin, Dallas' nephew. So we were like
Yeah.
the answer to that little situation for him, and it kind of just clicked off, man. And then Buster was there. Dallas gave him a production deal for Rampage, and he was like, "Yo, these little kids, they drink and they smoke and they come from the backgrounds of just they illegal." And Dallas was like, "Yo, that's the name." So Buster gave us the name, and that's how it went down.
You guys went in hard a couple times on Kris Kross. How did it
Hmm.
feel when they started dissing you guys on Unreal and on the Bomb and all that?
You know what? To me, it's like I was just telling somebody the other night. One of my partners was talking about the best female rap at the time. I was like, Nicki. Nobody even told female never stole as many records as Nicki, but when she answered Cardi B back, she immediately put her like what I'm saying, almost on the level that she was on at the time. So for them just to answer us back, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To me, I felt like my mission was accomplished because like you know, JD wrote all of this stuff and everything. We were writing our own lyrics, and at the age of 12 or 13, that was one of the reasons too. I was glad that I stepped away from the naughty thing, because Tretch wanted to write my songs, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna pay homage. You can help me with some, but I kind of want to write my music. You know what I mean? And so for them just to answer us back, man, to me was big to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a business thing, but at the end of the day, I had love for them. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had love for them. I like the music. You know what I'm saying? And I just watched JD, and I learned stuff from him too. You know what I'm saying? And it was a blessing to me. You know what I mean? For them to even answer us back. But you know, they used to see us in Atlanta and that kind of timid, and they just made it almost like a real situation, like we were really enemies, like type shit. And you know, Jamal would just flip on them and just do all types of stuff. But I kind of would, like, you know what I mean, just fall back and just try to, you know, smooth it out a little bit, man. Just thinking about, you know, just future and other situations like now. You know what I'm saying? You know, we could do some stuff with JD and whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be hot. So Kris Kross was so big, you had your beef. So you said you kind of were a fan. So did you have to, so say you were in a club, again, I understand how young you were, but did you have to kind of like hide that you liked Jump or warm it up? Or could you actually dance to it in public?
Well, okay, well, in a club or something like that, maybe nah. You know what I'm saying? Because in Atlanta, the club scene was kind of like, we would see them in the club sometime. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I say, Jamal would immediately step to them. He would immediately be ready to throw hands in the club. We were like, yo, we'll calm down type thing. But maybe not in public, you know what I'm saying? But like just on my personal time, you know what I mean? You know, I would bump it. I would listen to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I can't take nothing from JD and you know, doing what he did. You know what I'm saying? It just, you know, just being a fan of music, period. You know what I'm saying? The youngsters, all of those cats. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of made me wanted to come at them, because I felt like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted them to know I exist and know that I was going hard. You know what I'm saying? So that was my way of doing it, you know. And you know, but like I say, and rest in peace to the dark skin Kris. I think it's Kris Kelly, you know, he passed away.
Kris Kelly. Yeah, passed away in 2013. Like, who is the best kid rapper of all time?
The best kid rapper of all time. You talking about overall period or right now?
Let's just talk kid rappers that came out in the 90s.
Kid rappers that came out in the 90s. Best kid rapper that came out in the 90s. I would have to say us.
Oh, good answer. Okay.
Right. I would have to say us, man. I mean, you know, like I said again, like we were writing those lyrics for real at 12 or 13. Like, you know, I was like the hook man, and as soon as I came with the hooks and the titles, Marty just, you know what I'm saying? And a couple of the songs he said he kind of started, and I just filled in with him. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Erick had just broken up with EPMD, and I think we did Reggie did a show, Redman did a show at this club, and Jamal really wanted to get close to Reggie, so because everybody would say like, you look like a little Tretch, you look like a little Redman, and I was already connected with them, so he's like, I got to get to Reggie, and we went to the club, and you know, Reggie was trying to get released, so he was trying to, you know what I'm saying, get released and shit, so it was a win-win for both of them, and Reggie went back and told Erick, and Erick came down, and you know, and he did We Gets Busy and Had a Gut, and Dallas kind of made it look like we were Erick's group, which we were, but we were still signed to Dallas, you know what I'm saying? And we got a Billboard Award for that song, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was a big thing, you know what I mean? Erick never got a Billboard Award with any other artist that he worked with, not even EPMD, you know what I'm saying? Not taking nothing from nobody, but we got him one, you know what I'm saying? It was a good look, you know, but yeah, man.
Yeah. What makes Jamal so great? What made him such a great partner?
What made him such a great partner? Well, I would say, but like I say, you know, Jamal, he was kind of like, he would hold his own. Like, you know, like I was good with hooks and all that kind of stuff, you know, kind of being, you know, a little versatile with different things, but he would always hold his own to the point, like, I didn't have to worry about him. Anything I came up with, any idea, he would step up to it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the only problems we really, really had was I was trying to just, you know, change some of my ways and elevate a little bit more, you know, and he just kind of kept me kind of grimy and kept me thugging and kept me, you know what I'm saying? And just doing a lot of things. And it was like, sometimes I wouldn't even be involved. And they would say, them. And I'd be like, you know, Mo, we got to tighten up. We got to, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to do this stuff every day. You know, we made it. Let's fall back. But, you know, he do what he do, man. And, you know, and he's from Philly, you know what I'm saying? But he was in Atlanta. And he was doing what he do, you know what I mean? And you know, he was the Meek Mill thing back then. He was the Freeway. He was the Beanie. You know, he was repping for those guys. And not to take nothing from the youngsters, away from the youngsters, but Tretch really wrote one of their biggest songs. Oh my God, what was it? I can't remember what it was, but I know.
Cruise Pop.
Right, and some other stuff too. Yeah, exactly.
So you were about 12 when the Untold Truth came out, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so help me understand one thing, Malik. So
Mhm.
what does it mean when a 12-year-old says back in the days when I was a teenager?
What does it mean when we say that? You know what? That song Naughty had Everything's Gonna Be Alright kind of inspired that record for me. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of telling my truth and my whole story to everything. You know, and like I said, you know, Jamal, his family kind of on the other side of the drug stuff, and my family was kind of on the side, you know, of hustling and doing this, that, but it was still the same thing. It was still the same poison and stuff that we dealt with. You know what I mean? And but it was kind of just telling that whole story, and it kind of happened before we got signed and younger. You know, we kind of grew up in that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I put the back in the days on it. The other one. That's why I put the back in the days on it. You know, just kind of like you know, just something a little promotion type, you know, scheme type thing. You know what I mean? We were still teenagers, probably barely just being teenagers.
Nice. Exactly. Why only one album?
Why only one album? Because you know, like I said, like you know, really, I kind of solo for a minute. Like really from the beginning, I was solo. You know what I'm saying? And I got with Maul. I was like, you know, if I'm gonna rap with anybody, because Tretch wanted me to team up with one of his nephews named Malik. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he was kind of Tretch was gonna write for him and kind of make him into being what he wanted him to be. But Maul was already ready. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it was like the opposite of Chris and him. Because one of us a light skin, one of us a dark skin. And you know, he was with Lisa, I was with Tion. So it was like, let's just see what we do. They can do what he do. But my heart for my solo stuff was still there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always rap with Illegal, but it's just like other things I want to. Like, I'm a Gemini, like 3000, like you know, Pac, Biggie. It's other things that I want to do and express that might just go out of the lane of Illegal. You know what I'm saying? But when we went to LA on our promotional tour, Dad had already was dealing with corrupting dads, talking to them, and I'm just like, yo, I just want to meet Dre. Where's Dre? Like, let me meet Dre, then we can talk. So anyway, they came to the La Montrose Hotel. And they were there like, you know, come to the show tonight. Snoop's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So Jamal wanted to just leave security, leave everybody, and just dip. I'm like, yo, we can't do it like that. Let's go let them know. Like Dallas paying this guy like a lot of money to be with us. You know what I'm saying? We don't really. This will be his first time out here. We don't know these cats. But anyway, the long story short, you know, Snoop was telling me like, yo, Malik, you just fall back and stay smooth like yo, man. And, you know, you could like kind of make it out here and do your thing. And you know, once I met Dre, I think they were filming a liquor store robbery for the Chronic tour. That's how they came out to G thing. And once I met Dre, man, I think Suge gave us like $6,000 a piece and make an ounce of some orange Kush. And was like, yo, stay out here and let's try to make some things happen. I just stayed out there. You know, I was seeing being on Doggy Style and seeing being on Dog Pound album and just seeing that stuff. And I was like, you know what? It's worth me staying out here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. And, you know, Clive Davis at Arista, he wasn't trying to just roll over. He was like, yo, I need like 2 million for these guys. You know what I'm saying? But it's Illegal, Malik, whatever. And it was like the gift and the curse.
So you had a lot of iconic features. You brought up Snoop. You brought up the Dog Pound. And one of my personal favorite songs of all time was What's Next with Warren G. I mean, how did you guys even think of that song? That was incredible.
You know what? Like I say, me and Dre kind of like me, you know, that's why I call it ATM All the Math music group, because Aftermath, it's like the Young Money, Cash Money. You know, Dre was the one that told me to do the label, man. And I was staying out in Calabasas with him. And, you know, Dre and Warren are like half brothers. And, you know, for whatever went on with Suge and Warren, you know, about him bringing Snoop to Death Row and wanting to be Snoop DJ and them not allowing him to do it, made him to want to prove himself as a producer, you know what I'm saying, and get out of the shadow of just being Dre's half brother, Snoop's father from Long Beach. So he was doing things like he did the Endo Smoke for Mr. Grimm, he did the definition of a thug nigga for Pac, and he was kind of building his name there. And he did Regulator on the Above the Rim soundtrack. It took off, but he wasn't signed to Death Row. And when he, you know, everything came together, he ended up going to Def Jam. And Suge didn't like it. So Suge was like, yo, nobody can help him with from Death Row's gonna be a part of it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, listen, that's Dre Hat, brother. I'm gonna be a part of it. I'm gonna help write it, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna, and he came back and he's like, yo, Malik, yo, that shit was dope. I like it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And he gave me his blessing on it, and I was, this is what was gonna happen regardless. That was Dre Hat, brother. I was gonna let, you know what I mean? And so yeah, he did that song is a song he sampled called Camp Creek Park. Doing it after dark.
Okay.
Camp Creek Park. Yeah, he sampled it, and I came up with the hook and the melodies and all that stuff. And we just did what we did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Definitely.
It's a good look, man.
Right. Did you really carry a 9 in your pocket, like I said in the song?
I really can. Yeah, I did, man. I wouldn't say all the time, but sometimes you had to. You know what I'm saying? And especially out there. You know what I mean? Somebody's coming up to you. You don't know if it's for an autograph, hug, or to try to do something to you. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to kind of be on point. And for some reason, Snoop, like we'd be in Chino Hills one minute in the suburbs, and one minute you just want to drive through Long Beach, see family, get some loud, whatever, some gas, get some chronic, whatever. But we kind of, we just didn't stay in Hollywood all the time. You know what I'm saying? Even in Hollywood, it could go down. You know what I'm saying? But that's not something I'm proud of to do that like that. But my mind and my vibe tell me I need to do it. That's a sign from higher power, and I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But it's the spirit that you give off. It's you give that off, you get that back. You know what I'm saying? So I try to come with the love and come with a positive outlook, man, on things. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
How often does Mr. Malik get noticed or recognized in public?
How often? You know what? It's the corner where I'm at. Like, I went to South Beach for a minute, and my grandma lived in Coconut Grove for a while, but I never went to South Beach. So when I got out there, I was like, yo, I just didn't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? And a couple of people saw me, and it was like, you Malik, and blah, blah, blah. And sometimes I'll be like, I heard that before, but, I would just throw it because I wasn't really in the lane or the mode to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I was just chilling, man. But sometimes now too, you know what I mean? But like I say, I don't go out a lot to a lot of places and a lot of clubs and a lot of that kind of stuff. I kind of just stay to myself and try to focus on my blueprint, man. And because when I go out, like CeeLo say, as soon as I step on the porch, step outside, I'm on. It's a show. I'm on stage, so I kind of just, you know what I mean? I want it to mean something when I go out and be for a purpose, man. And it's one thing somebody told me too. That's why JD and Dallas were kind of. When you seen Dallas, you're like, oh shit, that's Dallas. You probably didn't even know how he looked really. It was something new for you. But when you seen JD, it was like, oh, that's JD. Like JD's in the club all the time. He's, you know what I mean? He's over there in VIP all the time. So it's like the less they see you, when they do see you, it's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of, move like that. You know what I mean?
Great advice. Less is more. You don't want to overexpose yourself.
Right, exactly.
So you were officially on death row, correct?
I never signed the death row because, like I said, I was still in the deal with Clyde Davidson because it was the Rowdy Arista with the Bad Boy Arista, the Face Arista movement at that time, and Clive just wasn't gonna he wasn't gonna roll over like that. Clive is deep in the game, so things had to be done correctly. It's like I said, it was the gift and the curse. And one morning, me and Dre were like at the house, and he was like, "Yo, I'm starting my own label. I'm leaving death row." Blah, blah, blah. I was like, "For real?" And you're gonna call it? He said, "Aftermath." Was like, okay, well, I know I'm definitely not signing now. I'm going where you go. And he was like, he said, instead of you waiting in line and waiting for these other people, I think you should do your own thing and come back. Because we bigger than music. I'm always rock with you. I was like, say let's do it. Even though in my mind, then I was like, how the hell am I going to do it? But it all came together. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to do what it's due. ATM is in the building. All the math. And when I do this solo thing, I'm gonna go into my new character, my new Brian Nichols, MD. I'm introducing him to the world. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a whole nother page, man. It's coming though. It's coming. You know what I mean?
This is upcoming. This is coming for the future.
Right. I'm coming for the future. Illegal's coming, and Brian Nichols is coming. MD is coming. SSI is coming. Secret Society Incorporated. You know what I mean? It's coming, baby.
Nice.
It's coming.
So is Brian Nichols an alter ego?
Brian Eagle's an alter ego, man, but eventually he's gonna just be the man. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna let Malik just do what he do and let that be history. You know what I'm saying? And leave it alone. But Brian Nichols he's gonna be the man in a minute. MD. You know what I mean? The young doc, man. It's going down. Yeah, it's going down. Definitely. It's going down.
So we have all those death row legends you were with. You talked about doing your song with Tupac. Can you give me some type of advice they gave you that you can still carry today? It could be Tupac, it could be Dre, it can be Snoop, whoever you want to pick.
I would say with Dre would tell me, you know what I'm saying? He would say, like, a lot of people want to do business with you or whatever, but they don't know how to come at you. They think that you don't really talk. I'm like, my dad was like that, and something I got to shake and grow out of. But he was like, you live what you live. You came from where you came from, but you don't have to kind of stay in that and try to live it every day. You know what I'm saying? Elevate it, make people like you and want to love you and do business with you, and keep your business and your personal life separate. Even your past. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of one of the best things he could have told me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you can never move forward if you're steady looking back in the rearview mirror. So you can crash. But just that, and just Pac thing was just like, yo, you gotta say what you feel. You know what I'm saying? Even if you only touch one person or change one person's life, and you gotta smile when you don't even want to smile. You know what I'm saying? And it's truth, and it's a good way to be. Because you never know what somebody's dealing with. You don't want to, mess their whole day up or their whole vision or their whole whatever. Just you know what I'm saying? Because you're having a bad day or you just feeling some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You still need to smile and make people love you and try to, you know what I'm saying, give them some good insight on things, man. And
sure.
Those are kind of some of the stuff that just stuck with me, And Snoop used to tell me, he don't go out that much. He'll bring the party to him if you want to party. And if it's over, they can leave and you go home. That's a good thing, too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
Nice.
It's what it is,
Sure. So with all the madness, all the craziness going on in the world, what would Tupac have been if he was still alive in 2020 with all the craziness?
Where would he have been right now?
I would have to think he'd have been a huge leader.
Right. He would, you know what? The Pac, man, it's no telling, man. This COVID thing and all that, he would have a whole lot to say about that. And his presidents and all this stuff, he would just, it's no telling where he would be, but I know he would be all over the place with what's going on right now. And he probably would have done his Machiavelli records or whatever, and got a chance to do that, and probably would have heard more from the Outlaws and stuff like that. And shout out to the Outlaws, man. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are some great artists, man.
For sure.
But yeah, he's a Gemini like me. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mind, like, this all the math thing and all this stuff is like, this blueprint has been going on for a while, but I have like 2-3 ideas that I'm going to take the Shark Tank, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to jump them off myself before it even gets there. And, and I'm trying to get the Apple thing going, and man, it's just something else that, and I don't talk about it or whatever. Things had to be patterned and different things, but like, music thing is one thing, but I have other visions, man, that I gotta see through. And I just sit in my Shark Tank so much that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna think of ideas, and I thought of 3 great ideas that I know, Mark Cuban would be really good for me to team up with, and I can go to the games and stuff. He owns it, the Maverick, right? But yeah, man,
Sure,
whether they jump on it off the top or I have to put it in motion and we see revenue and then they jump on it. At least one of them I want to go through Shark Tank just because I like the show. But yeah, man, I got some ideas, man. Some great ideas.
Dude, we would have flipped out. So we watched the Shark Tank. We would have flipped out because we haven't really seen much of you, at least on TV or YouTube and all that. We would have flipped out for the first time in years. We see Mr. Malik. Like, is that Malik? What's he doing there on Shark Tank? That would have been crazy.
Right. So yeah, suited and booted. I'd have been suited and booted too. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna definitely do it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna definitely do it. But the way things are too, and the people I've been meeting, I'm thinking I know that I can jump them off without going to Shark Tank, but just to walk through the Shark Tank steps that that inspired me to do it. I'm gonna go on there with 1 or 2 of the ideas, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
I'm guessing you can't divulge any of those ideas.
I can't really. No, I can't really. But you know what? When I then right, because the pattern, get everything patterned and getting everything. I'll just wait till I see you next time. For part 2 of this interview, I have that for you. You know what I'm saying? Or we can do some exclusive stuff when I get to releasing these things, man. And you get first dibs on everything. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait, man. Definitely can't wait.
Definitely.
Real quick before I let you go, can you give me any insight why Chocolate Thai kept getting pushed back, your anticipated solo album?
You know what? And it was a great album. I had Monica on it, Eric, Keith, everybody. But Dallas wanted to get a bigger budget for the album, for the album, the promotion and everything. I guess kind of how Puffy was getting with the Biggie stuff and this, that, and third. But at the same time, he wasn't really doing the numbers and everything that they were doing. You know what I'm saying? The facing Bad Boy. But you know, him and Clyde relationship, like Clyde bought him this big studio dark down here that we all used to work at. But I guess it's just as being a label, everybody coming to the table, he didn't get what he really wanted. You know what I'm saying? He kept pushing it back, pushing it back, pushing it back. And that stuff kind of grew older and older to me. And I kind of wanted to do something else, you know what I'm saying? And they just put it in it's in the vault somewhere, you know what I'm saying? One day it still might surface, you know what I mean? I could maybe buy the copyrights to it or something, become with a plan. But yeah, it's you know, like I said, he wanted a bigger budget or a bigger deal on his end, and me being an artist under him, I had to ride with him. You know what I'm saying?
Excellent. So I really appreciate you taking time out of, I know your busy schedule. Anything else you want to promote? We got your song with Pac on YouTube. Illegal's back, folks. Look.
Mm-hmm. I want to say look out for Erick Sermon. He has a compilation coming out, Dynamic Duos, man, and that's gonna be the introduction to the new illegal stuff. But you know, Def Squad is definitely in the building. Shout out to Green Eye Bandit, man. Shout out to Doc. You know, my man Doc Dre and Jimmy Iovine and Beats and Apple and all that good stuff. You know, just shout out to them and everybody, man. Enough love. My crew, SSI, Secret Society Incorporated, first album coming. Right to remain silent, man. Like I say, Brian Nichols is coming. Formerly Malik from Illegal, and Illegal's coming. You know what I'm saying? And it's just going down, baby. You know, and look out for it. You know, we're gonna make it do what it
Can't
do.
wait.
Yeah. All right.
Heck yeah. Any social media fans can keep up with you on?
Well, you know, you can hit me up, man. My Instagram really is in Lamaris Edwards. That's LAMORRIS Edwards. And my Facebook is Lamar Sumter Edwards. I kind of like, you know, kind of strayed away from, you know, just having everything under my music stuff and kind of just, you know, did a whole another route with that stuff. But I'm changing it up in a minute, and it's going to be Brian Nichols. It's going to be Malik. But right now, you can go right there and do it. It'll still be there. And you can link with me there, man.
Excellent.
And, yeah, definitely. All right.
All right, Mr. Malik. Thank you so much for your time. We'll talk again.
Thank you, too.
Absolutely. Take care.
You too. God bless.